Hey, I'm Cassie. I'm a youth worker at the Ways Youth Refuge in Dandenong. Ways supports all facets of the community, whether it be people every year who are facing homelessness, family and domestic violence, young people facing family violence or homelessness. Ways has recently gotten the Rainbow Tick in June 2021, which is fantastic. It's stuff that we've always been doing, but it's nice to be accredited for that. EYA is a 10-bed youth crisis accommodation facility. We have rooms that are gender diverse as well as disability accessible. I've been at the Ways Youth Refuge for almost 5 years now. I've always identified pretty openly for young people to ask questions, to be there, a sounding board of support if necessary or if needed. And I think that's really important to have anywhere. But I've gotten the chance to support some young people in coming out, which has been pretty amazing. Our program is very client-centered. We do affirm their gender, always ask them what their preferred pronouns are, which has been a pretty cool new thing coming in, because as staff we're doing that as well. At EYA we've had numerous clients who've gone through that questioning phase and that affirming phase for themselves, and then we've supported them to access appropriate services, most specifically LGBTIQ plus housing. That's always a big one for the clients we get here. A lot of people aren't comfortable living with people who don't really understand or who might not understand their situation. Ways is a big supporter in helping clients access LGBTIQ plus support services.
Hi, I'm Sam. My pronouns are he, they, and it. I'm a part of the LGBTQAI plus community, and I've been a part of the community for several years now. How I found Ways was I was going through a bit of a troubled time, and I was getting help from Headspace originally, and through Headspace they were able to direct me to Ways, and they were able to set me up with EYA and help me through there. So EYA to me is a place where I could get help when I really needed it, and not just the help with what I originally needed, but I mentioned some other things that I needed help with, and they were down to help, and to get that additional help really made me feel like, oh, they really want to help me, and they're actually there for me, and it made me feel like they really cared. Yeah, so when I first came to Ways, I mentioned my pronouns to them and how I'm trans male, and every time, the first time I would tell them my new pronouns and stuff, they were, immediately started correcting themselves and were more than happy to obviously stop changing from she, her to he, they, it and stuff, and it really made me feel, accepted to, have them go out of their way to change that for me. Plus, they're always willing to help us, whether it's housing or jobs or studies and something like that. And with gender change for myself, they mentioned that they would try and help me with getting into some gender clinics and stuff. So actually today I'm meant to be moving out into a new place that the Ways helped me find with their persistent assistance with finding a new place, and the whole time being here has just been really great, with the help that they were able to provide for me. Yeah, so through Ways I was able to find a new share house, and a staff member was able to come with me to the share house to help me with things that I might not have thought of, or asking questions that I might not have thought of, or looked at stuff in the house that I might not have thought to think of, and it happened for me that I just happened to get the right place the first go, because they were so persistent with we want to get you out of here as soon as possible to move on with your life and find somewhere great. And it really is great. I'm so excited to move out, and I'm sad to leave obviously, but excited to start my life with the help of Ways. Yeah, the house that I'm actually moving into, They have 3 dogs and a cat, so I'm super stoked that yeah, I was able to find them and a place with some pets finally. Okay, yeah, so the house that I'm going to be moving into, they mentioned that they haven't got much experience with, like, you know, the community, the LGBTQAI plus community, so many letters, but they said that, you know, with me being a trans guy that isn't really passing, they said that they would be like 100% happy to try with, like, you know, with the pronouns and stuff like that. And so yeah, so Waze mentioned that after I've moved out, that I can keep their number if I still need help. That I can, you know, come back to them and um, ask for some help with some things or with whatever I needed. And I actually started my journey with a group, a part of the Greater Dandenong Council, and I had a lot of support from them and was able to feel like part of the community with other people who were, you know, queer and allies and stuff like that, and made me feel like, you know, I'm not the only person, you know, in my area. There are other people, and I've, you know, made friends from that group, and I'm still in contact with a lot of them, and, you know, it made me, I was able to make a lot of friends through that group, so it made me feel accepted. My advice that I would like to give to other young people like myself is to not be afraid to reach out. Like, there are people out there that want to help you and that are able to help you, and, you know, you're not alone, and that there are other people like myself who want to be your friend and you know, are accepting of who you are, no matter what you identify as sexually or gender wise.